Good evening, good afternoon, happy Sunday, YouTube. We are at a small local private event where they are doing some thrashing using a steam engine. And it is a beautiful afternoon. We're located in Lockport, New York right now. Let's go over to the other side and check out the grain coming out of there. Michael! Pretty neat how it holds it and then lets it go.
Yeah, and they just have a thing where you can bag it.
This is what they're after, boys.
They probably didn't have enough people to bag it. They don't want to bag it.
So what would it do, 50 pounds at a time?
Yeah.
And then release it?
Probably 100.
The rumbly, boys. Buck and Henry, you guys are missing this. They're here if you complain and you want to go home, I'm sure. Pretty amazing, this thing's over 100 years old, I'm sure. We got 35 people watching. Welcome to American Country 716. We are at a private thrashing event. Happy Sunday to all. Beautiful day. Henry, how you doing? Silverman Lee, how you doing today? Thanks for tuning in. It's the rumbling. Let's see if we can get somebody to tell us about it. Hook my microphones up. You want to hold this for a second? Something that's worth watching would be good. Big Boys Toys. Half stick. Now hub. Oh. Thanks for tuning in, guys. The mics so you can hear what's going on. Frank, you got anything to tell me about this thing?
Oh, it's a 1919.
There, put down your hat.
It's a 1919 advanced Rumley steam engine. My grandfather bought this from clearance rounds in the 70s, and we've had it in the family ever since. So
Pretty
it's
awesome.
about it's a 20 horse, be comparable to a 65 horse case. Probably in today's terms, it's roughly about 125, 130 horsepower tractor in today's comparability. It weighs about 15, 16 ton. So
Very cool. So neat how it's been in the family so long.
Yep. We had the boiler redone in 2010, so it's got a brand new boiler on it.
Nice.
All been gone through, so hopefully we'll get another 100 years out of it.
That'd be ideal. So I didn't tell anybody where we're at. Where are we?
We're at Comfort Farm in Lockport, New York.
That's awesome. You got anything to tell me about the thrashing machine?
The thrashing machine is a case separator. I believe it's a 28 by 45. 28 is the cylinder width. 45 is the separator, the sieves. I'm not sure on the sieves. I believe it's 28. I know the cylinder is 28. I don't know exactly what the sieve is.
Sure is working well. It's really pumping out the material.
That's also been in the family for 50, 60 years. We've always had that. But before we had the engine, we used to thrash that with a big gas tractor.
Really?
So
You guys do this event every other year? Once a year?
we try to do it every other year. We didn't get a chance to do it last year, but this year's perfect. The weather's been beautiful. It's been dry, so we got a nice, beautiful day here end of September to do it.
Yeah, it's
So we're going to give it a whirl.
So I told everybody it's a private event.
Pardon me?
But, I told everybody this is a private event, but
Yep.
it's pretty cool that we know you. Catherine, how you doing? Welcome.
We bind the wheat from the farm. We got a McCormick binder in there, and we'll bind the wheat, and then we'll shock it on the wagon. And after we get done threshing, we'll demonstrate baling.
Nice. That'll be
We
exciting.
got
to
an
see.
international baler over there. I believe it's a 4-horse Titan on it engine. It's a unique baler in that it's reversed. It has a long push rod that drives the baler arm underneath it, so you can actually push the baler into the stack and the engine stays away from the straw. It's pretty unique setup. There's not too many of them around.
We were just in the museum, and the big baler you got, a wooden baler, is pretty crazy.
Yeah, we
looking.
got a couple other big balers. We like to use that one just because it's all self-contained. Got a little engine, got a little 4-horse engine on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. It's not something you see all the time,
None of this stuff is something you see all the time.
right? So then we get down, we'll pick corn. We have we got 2 corn binders, a vertical and a horizontal corn binder. And then we have 2 corn pickers. We have 1M on an F12. And then we have a number 3 horse-drawn ground drive picker, which is also pretty rare, that we'll pull with a 1530. And then once we're done picking corn, we'll go down and we'll plow with the engine. We've got a couple plows. We got an 8-bottom P&O mobile gang plow for the engine. We got a 5-bottom P&O gang plow, and then we have a we got a 3-bottom P&O plow, and then we also have a 3-bottom Massey Harris disc plow that we pull with a Massey Harris GP. So,
Right.
and then behind us you'll see some. We got a smaller horse-drawn treadmill and a groundhog thresher along with a corn sheller that it would be all on a 1-horse treadmill, so you get to see that run as well.
Really? I'm excited to see this thing plow, and it seems like the ground's got to be so
It's going to be hard.
so
It's
dry.
pretty
It's going to
hard.
really work this girl.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah, he's down there trying it out right now to see how it goes. We'll see. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, I bet.
So Thank you for coming, BJ.
Hey, thanks for letting us come.
Yep.
You got 132 people watching you right now.
Yeah, I'll give you back your thing.
I'll take a walk over there and get some more. Get some more footage for you guys. You can feel the heat coming off this old girl. Burning coal. So quiet though, it's nice. How many gallons of water are you guys going to go through running this?
Pardon me?
How many gallons of water will you go through?
It depends on how hard you run it, but you know, the harder you're really plowing with it, it'll really consume some steam.
Right.
Every exhaust stroke is basically steam coming out, so.
Yeah. Well, I see you got to trickle it in.
It'll use cold water.
1 gallon of water makes 1,728 gallons of steam.
Really?
1 gallon of water makes 1,728 gallons of steam.
Huh.
How much it expands.
That's crazy. That's some good stuff. So here's the power here, guys. Where'd you guys buy the coal?
Fisherman, English Station, Pennsylvania.
I wouldn't want to work down in a mine breathing it in, but somebody did it.
That's pretty nice coal.
Surface mine.
Yeah, that's pretty nice stuff.
Surface mine.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, so it's not
It's
a...
coal, it's not hard coal.
Gotcha. Pretty neat how wide the wheels are on this thing.
Yeah, we put extensions on it. Plowing at the outside's an extension.
Pretty cool. Let's go check out the baler they're going to use in a bit. Mikey's got to be sweating up there. I don't know what the other guy's name is, but they're working their butts off, that's for sure. Lots of moving parts on this thing. Is that a plane? No, that is a steam engine that we were looking at earlier. I didn't notice your comment there. I see it now. Look at all the moving parts though, guys. When the belt's twisted around, it makes it go the opposite direction, I believe. So this is the baler. This is what Frank was saying is a self-contained unit. Pretty neat how the engine and everything is all attached. Quite a long thing. And that's a pretty cool engine. Back in the day they used wire instead of string. In our old barn we had some wires like this on the ground. We used to have bundles of wire in the barn, didn't we? Pieces of wood for a spacer or block.
You have to drop them in. You gotta drop them in at the right time or they get smashed.
Here, have a microphone. Tell us all about it. What else you got?
My uncle used to have the job of dumping the things in, and he wasn't very good at it. And he gets smashed, and
Really?
his brother kept building them. New ones.
So where do you do this? Where's the blocks go in? How do you know when to put the block in?
When the bale gets big enough, maybe on the other side, maybe.
They're right in the pile. And here's a picture of the block, or a view of the blocks that he's talking about. Says his uncle used to put him in at the wrong time and smash him. Pretty funny. Uncle Charlie was the bad one?
Yeah, Charlie was the one that he wasn't good at putting them in.
Kind of in a dusty spot here, boys. So, there's lots of antique stuff around here. Let's take a walk over here and check this stuff out quick. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday. It is a really nice day. It's been a really nice summer. So this would have been what, a corn picker?
Yeah, apparently, yeah, because it, yeah,
What a pretty crazy looking thing.
because it got the husking rolls there.
Cleaning the camera, guys. How does that work?
The husk get caught in there and it peels the husk off, and the ear is bare then, and
Huh. This is all before my time.
this one would have been before my time too.
Chicago,
With the same
USA.
principle.
And this would be the same, but different. This one's got a tractor built into it.
A mounted one.
So this would be a corn picker also, I think. I don't own any of this stuff, so I don't claim to know much about it. But it's pretty cool. Bunderette Gene. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking us out. We got lots of old stuff going on here. Up on the hill there, they're thrashing. What is that? Oat? Wheat?
Wheat.
Wheat. And then they're going to bale it. Powered by a Rumley steam engine. Or steam traction. What are they? Traction tractor? I don't know what they called it all.
The baler's got its own engine, hit and miss engine on it.
The baler they're going to use has its own engine right hooked up. Look how long that frame is. It's pretty crazy. Scooter, too cool. Thanks for checking us out, guys. That is a cool setup. And this must be the plow that they're going to plow with.
Yeah,
And
with
like
a steam engine.
I was saying, it is dry. The ground is dry as could be. So that's going to be interesting. When we were at the steam show, I wanted to get some footage of the plowing there, but I don't know. They only did a little strip, and when I got to it, they were already done plowing. This thing is beautiful.
He'll let you ride
Wow.
on this when he gets plowing.
Really? So we've been at the Pageant of Steam in Canandaigua, New York, and they've got plows like this. And I learned that these are dowel pins that will break if the plow hooks on a root or something strong or rock. That way it doesn't break the plow. It'll break the dowel off, and then well, then you gotta get a new dowel. But and then here they have replacement dowels right there. You could buy these, or would they buy them?
They probably made them. You could just buy a dollar, or somebody could turn them on a lathe, and
1 by 36 inch, but it looks like it's oak or something. A little tape measure to measure out.
1 by
dowel.
36 inch probably bought a stick of doweling.
Yeah. That one's fatigued a little bit. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's look at this tractor here. Man, you got run over with this, you'd be like steak that's been mutilated. Massey Harris. Frank's had this at the steam show before. Pretty wild looking. So what in the world would you call this thing?
Disc plow.
Disc plow. I've never seen a disc plow.
He's supposed to demonstrate it later on.
Oh, I missed that. Well, let's go back up by the thrashing machine. And if you're new, you just started watching, they're thrashing and they're going to bale. And then they're going to run stuff. They got a thing over here, you can put a horse in it. and it would power whatever you need to power. And they're going to demonstrate that too. Well, I don't know how long I can stream for to wait for them to do it, because right now they're thrashing. Don't be afraid to hit the like button or subscribe button, guys. I'll show you the horse-powered drive unit. There's some wheat. This would have been a thing. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Scooter, too cool. This would have been where they put a horse in there, and it would walk uphill and make that spin. Which is pretty crazy. And it must be that they're going to put some corn through this thing because of the corn. That thing's pretty cool.
You could put the bull in there and...
And the bull?
Yeah, because you didn't care if he was fat.
Gotcha. Keep
Cow,
him.
you wouldn't want to work cow to death.
Yeah. Well, they're just about done with that wagon. Idling her down, boys.
I'm trying.
They want to. Okay.
Mark didn't come. Mark, what's his name?
Nice and quiet.
No, I didn't see Mark. No.
Dude, Steve.
We're gonna be doing another load. Come on, everybody. So they're going to run that through. You have a choice. You can sit here, watch another load, or you can come down and go with me through the museum, and then we'll come back out, and then we're gonna do some other machines. We've got a lot of machines to do today. We've got corn sheller over there. I've got an old antique threshing machine that's about 1860.
Yeah.
We have a Husker shredder over here. We're going to do some baling. We've got corn binding and a corn picker.
Yeah.
And we're going to follow that up with plowing. So
He had some big ones he
guys
did.
can stick around.
Huge.
There's drinks over here, courtesy of the Confer family. There's water, there's pop, there's cookies, there's snacks. So, you know, enjoy spending the day with us, please, because it took us all week to set this up, and we really want to share it with you. And there's an outhouse around the corner.
Surprised because the Bills game is going on, and they got the big thing in Barker Farms and team.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, Mark, I hope, you know.
And maybe Mr. Muck could give us some auctioneer advice down there.
Down now. They're going up.
Okay, we'll do No, it's in the house, yeah. So, thank you for coming.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad I came.
Well, we're going to go down. I'm going to go down here. Anybody that wants to know? You know what? I missed those little ones. They were cute. I didn't miss those big ones when we had to go to market. Yeah, oh, I got 5 or 6 or 7 all stuffed little piggies.
You want to take YouTube for a tour?
Sure.
All right. You want to wear a mic so I can hear you? Got 300 people watching. Hold on. Here, hold the phone. I'll pin it on you. Perfect.
Okay.
192 now. I lost some.
Okay.
What do you got here?
Okay. Well, this is our family's farm museum. We've collected for the last, my grandfather started collecting. This was our family farm, and it's been in our generation, in our family for almost 100 years. My other set of grandparents lived on the other side of Transit, about 2 miles away, and so we've been in this area. My brother still farms the farm, and we saved a lot of things from both the farm over on the Transit and from this farm here. And my grandfather started, my dad, my brother, and now my husband and I and my son. We've been collecting, and we decided we'd try to display it so that for posterity, because history is important, and history of agriculture, you don't see that often unless you go to possibly a steam show. So, come out down the side here. We have picked, this is our corn section. We have a variety of corn shellers. Most of those corn shellers are from the 1860s or before. There's a very primitive one over there that you see. And on the walls, we've tried to write up about the corn and how it was harvested, how it was planted. This is our Eureka corn planter. I believe this one or that one were made in the Bradford, were made locally about 50 miles away. We have their wood boxes. Those are early corn planters from the 1880s or so. With the coming of the American Civil War, so many men went off to fight. Over half of the soldiers were from small farms. It was important for farmers to start updating. Instead of doing so much by hand, they had to start using horse-drawn machines. So this corn planter took over from planting corn by hand.
Gotcha.
This is a check row corn planter. These were used out west. They were cultivated crossways in a checkerboard pattern, which made it easier to cultivate. And we have a 2-horse cultivator over there. And this is an early IH corn planter. If you keep coming down here, this was one way that corn stalks were cut. This sledge was drawn through the field, and there's a blade on the side, and this blade right here would cut the corn stalks. If someone were riding on it, could then gather them together and tie them into bundles, because the corn was usually cut a little bit green, and then it would be shocked to dry it before taken into the barn. Some of these things have been donated to us. This was donated to us by the Reinhardt family in Middleport. They had a mill there.
So what did this do?
I'm not exactly sure. It was a wheat cleaner. Okay. Down further here, this is an early corn. This is an early combine. About the 1930s. It has a tank on top. It is set up to harvest cereal grains like barley, oats, wheat, and rye. And it would have been pulled, this one I believe is self-propelled. The driver would sit up there. Here's your engine. This is a work in progress. We don't have this one restored yet in working condition. A lot of the things we have outside are all in working condition. So down here we have a corn binder, and I hope you'll stick around because we will be doing corn binding this afternoon a little bit later. they're thrashing, get that caught up. This is an early corn binder. These are ensilage cutters. The corn stalks were cut. There's like a guillotine blade. I'm going to demonstrate one out there in a little bit. The corn stalks were cut into little pieces, and then they were fed to the cattle. So we've got a variety of ensilage cutters. This is a silo filler. We've got 2 of them back here. That's around 1900. That was a silo filler. You're going to fill your corn in your silo to be used as feed for your animals over the winter. Okay.
What about this saw here?
Well, we have a folding saw. We tried to keep things together. We've got a lot of bags up there on the wall, but sometimes that just kind of got tucked in there because it was a good space.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay, this is our haying section. Okay, we have a couple of different mowers here. This is a knife grinder. And when you needed to sharpen your blades when you're out in the field, you would take one of these along with you.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And you could sharpen right in the field. A lot easier than using just a stone to sharpen your blades.
Boy, the farm wives didn't need any Ozempic or anything.
No. We've got some seats that we've collected. This is like a hay tedder or fluffer, and it would ted and fluff up your hay. You're going to dry it as quickly as you can. And this is just kind of stuck here. This is a bean sorter, but again, space is at a premium. We have horse fly panels over there, nets. And I'm not quite sure how that buncher was used, but that was a buncher that was used in hay fields. Here we have a couple of different kinds of rakes. That's a Huber buck rake. It would be pulled, and when enough hay was behind it, it would flip over. You're trying to use those to make your windrows. This is a wooden-wheeled dump rake. And up on the ceiling, you can see we have 2 different tracks. We have a metal track and a wooden track. And on the top are all of these trolleys that would different ways you could put hay into your mow rather than by hand. We have slings. We have different kinds of forks. All different kinds of forks. Nope, sweetie, you got to come with me. I'm going this way. Okay. This was donated by Dickie Damler. Different times people say, hey, we've got this. Want to display it in your museum? And so that I want to give him credit there. The hay trolleys, we have different forks. There's a spiral one. And this came from out west. This is a 2-horse sweep rake. You would use it to gather the hay up and then lift it up. And it would be, this one I believe, these would go on the sides and it would be pushed by 2 horses. Now it's pushed or pulled by, I think it was pushed by 2 horses. Wow. But that came from out west. This was my great-great-grandfather. This was his little sulky. He lived in Lockport, and he would come out to the homestead out on, it was across from NOCO on Transit. So this piece is special to us because it was used by my great-great-great-grandfather.
That's cool.
It's spiral one in the middle. Did you ever see how that worked?
No, I've never seen one work.
I've never seen one like that.
I've never seen one either.
Well, some of these, we went to different auctions, and a lot of times back in the last 20 or 30 years, you know, an old barn, they just got rid of the stuff, so we collected it, and then we decided we wanted to share it and preserve it and label it. My brother knows a lot more about it than I do, but he doesn't talk a lot. So these are hay presses. You could put you put your hay in there, and then you could make bales with that. You're going to see us making bales out there. let's see, this is a horse hay fork, and this is a hay wagon. Now, if you come down a little bit further, you can see, these are seeders, wheelbarrow seeders for planting grain, grasses. This is a Dane hay loader, and what you would do, the horses would pull the wagon, and the wagon, and as you went over the windrow, this would rake up that windrow, that row of hay. It would go up and then drop onto the wagon, and there would be men standing on the wagon to get it all, keep it square and keep layering it up. But that's a really old wooden hay wagon.
So the hay wasn't in bales at that?
No, the hay was not. Hay was loose unless you baled it up with those boxes. Or we'll talk about when we go outside. They started baling it about 1900 in bales out there. They shipped it on railroad cars, so they would actually weigh the bales, so they knew how much it weighed, so they knew how much to charge. Over here you can see a variety of buggy jacks, and this is a wagon that has an end gate lime spreader. You put your lime in here. This would spread the lime on the field. That's a way of putting different fertilizers and lime are needed to keep the field at the optimum for growing your crops. Different things would be needed for different crops. Some need more fertilizer, some need more lime, but lime was a big one that seemed to be spread a lot. And we have a lime sower over there also.
So there's no apron in here, so you had a kid in here throwing it in there?
Yeah, you'd have to put your lime in there, and then it would. Mark just got this all put together. We have a bobsleigh here and a wagon. Up on the walls, you'll see things there those are all for harvesting wheat and other grasses. We have a reaping hook. I'll demonstrate that, and a flail and a winnowing tray. We'll be demonstrating that outside. Over here we have seeders, a variety of little seeders. Most of these are corn planters. Before we had the wooden planters like that would plant 2 rows at a time. You planted seed by seed, row by row by row, hill by hill by hill. And there's a variety of those types of seed planters. That was a plant setter. And over here we have a variety of forks. They're all most of them are labeled. This is a fruit crusher. You put your fruit in there and it would grind it up. We have a cutter. We have this was donated by John Fetter. This was a late 1800s working sled. He used to use it when he used to help do with milk, and he used to put milk cans on it, and he wanted it to go someplace that it would be saved, not. So down here, this was used at my great-great-great-grandparents' farm. It's a fruit dryer. The year is 1864. They had apple orchards, and they would dry the fruit in here. And this is my ladies section, because I think it's important for people to know, and all those little things are all labeled. And what were some of the things that women had? You know, that stove was my grandmother's, and I remember being a kid and having that in her house. She would open the oven door, and we'd put our feet on, lay our feet on the oven door when we were out there playing in the snow and we were cold. But we have cupboards, we have cider press. This is a dog treadmill. It could be used on a cream separator. It could be used on a washing machine. It was your horsepower for women, because it would use churning, washing, and would be the work behind all of that for them. Bathtub, cream separator, cheese press, and here's some of the manual things that you use to wash clothes. You had a manual plunger. You have a washing stick, scrub boards. These were all common in the early 1900s. Everyone had them. My grandfathers, both sides of the family had apple orchards. Apples were important for making cider, for applesauce, for apple juice, barrel topper, apple butter stir. And on the walls there, we tried to divide things up and label them. We have things that were used for horses, for animals, if you want to walk down through there. Then we have woodworking tools, and finally other tools. And at the very end is ice harvest. We set up a shelf up there to put a lot of small cultivators, different types of seeders that would be pulled by a horse, and manually you would be in control. This is a two-person plow for a garden. Okay, it would be, one would be pulling it, one would be pushing it. So women who were taking care of the garden had a lot to do. It was a lot more difficult than it is today.
What is it? How did you do that?
What?
How did you do this?
Okay, here, get on the front, Bruce. Okay? You'd be pulling it, I'd be pushing it. And this is how we'd plow up our garden.
Oh my God, then you need 2 wives then.
Yeah, well, either that or you better have a bunch of kids.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
We have threshing machines. We don't take everything out. There's a lot of different types of plows. This is a new one that we just got recently. My brother, this is a P&O. My brother likes International Harvester and anything related to International Harvester. And P&O was International. It's Perrin and Orendorfer, I believe. And it's a breaker plow. It was used to break up brushland. And it's a big, heavy plow. Here we have some harrows. Harrows were used to break up the sod after you plowed it. You've got to break it into small, fine pieces. We have a wooden one with the spike teeth. We have here we have a metal one, and this is a Perry cultivator. Wired was a Batavia brand. One of these plows, this one, Gardner Plow Company, was from Lockport, New York. So we'll walk back up along the other side, and by then, hopefully, they'll be just about done. Kurt, could you do me a favor? Could you pick up Mark's saw and bring that with me? A lot of these things would have gone to junkyards had we not kind of saved them. We have got a manure spreader over there. This is a self-propelled corn picker, Minneapolis Moline. And as you see with a steam engine, you had to have a water wagon because you need to replace the water. So every we're not using an old one out there, but this is a water wagon. A threshing crew would have a steam engine, a threshing machine, and a water wagon, and they'd go from farm to farm. Everyone could not afford to have a setup like that threshing machine out there. So a custom thrasher would come to your farm, and you get a crew together, and the better meal you could produce, the more people would come and help you. Really? So people would go from farm to farm, and everybody helped their neighbors. This family helped that family, then it was your turn to help another family, and they would go from farm to farm and threshing the grain. My father was a combine custom combiner, and my grandfather was a custom thrasher. Now this is a 1876 Hulshizer, and this would be taken, one of the first that was actually on wheels, and it would be taken from farm to farm and you'd have, this is a sweep. It's like a carousel. It's not set up. And four teams would be hooked up to it, and the horses would walk around in a circle, and that's what would power this thrashing machine. 1876. This is an early stationary bale. We've got a couple early stationary balers. And these are early planters, 5 rows. This is our grain binder. This is from the 1930s, and this is what we used to bind the grain that you're thrashing right now. And this my grandfather had. Up here is a wagon from the farm that they used to take apples to Buffalo. So this was their apple wagon. And just a bunch of, like I said, my brother collects International Harvester. So he's got some special things. They're inside these display cases here.
Pretty awesome. Looks like they're bailing out there.
Are they bailing? Oh, they are. Come on out. Hi. This is a 1916. So it's over 100 years old. It's a case or new International Harvester baler with a 4 horsepower Titan engine on the front. You've got to feed the straw in the top, and then somebody has to run the wires. That's what that gentleman with the hat on is doing. He's running the wires through. They have to drop a block, and they have to separate the bales, and that's what controls the wire. And so you had to have a whole team of people working together. It wasn't just one person. Farms had lots of kids, and everybody had to work.
When would they have been doing baling like this? What year approximately?
This is a 1916. The thrashing machine is a 1912, and the steam engine is a 1919. Now what they're doing is they're feeding these wires through, and then they have to be hooked to tie the bales up. Yep. He feeds the wire through, and there's a little, one end of the wire has got like a little this, and the other end's got a little nipple, and it hooks on it like that. Yep. You gotta put the blocks in just right, and if you don't, then they gotta. Okay. Okay, I'll go do that now then, while you're getting that straight. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to look over this way, please. Because they were thrashing first, we're kind of going backwards in time, but We've got a sickle here, we've got a reaping hook. Reaping hooks are things that have been around since Egyptian times. They've been around forever. So, for hundreds of years, the way this was cut is, I'm going to ask you to stand a little to the side. Thanks, buddy. Okay. You would cut your grain by bending over, and you would gather it to you, and then you had to tie that grain up. So you'd take some stalks, twist them around, take your bundle, and I'm not good at this, but and you would actually self-tie it like that. Now, someone got the bright idea of putting a blade like that on the end of a longer handle. So now with a scythe, it's easier, you're not bending over, to cut. And then about the time of 1800, somebody got an idea, and the man who's credited with one of the first patents is Isaac Babcock from New York State. He took that scythe and he put these fingers on it. And those fingers, when he cut the grain, I've just kind of laid this on here so you can see what it would look like. You would cut the grain, and then you'd have it all in one spot, and then you could just deposit it into a pile. Now, a good mower, a man who can actually use a scythe or a cradle, he could cut about 2 acres a day. So they would cut it, but someone had to follow right behind, and they had to gather the grain up, they had to tie it, and then you'd have these bundles. Now these bundles had to be stood up or shocked before nightfall. If you left them laying on the ground, the dew would get into the heads and your grain would get moldy. So you only cut what you could then shock before nightfall. Usually they cut it a little bit green so that when you were handling it, the seeds or the kernels would not fall out. Now when you shocked it, you stood it up like this, and we've done this, north and south. The east sun would dry that side, the west sun would dry this side. So that's where after those have been standing outside for a few days, you're going to have to take a fork, load those all on a wagon, take them into the barn, and put them in there ready for threshing. Now, this threshing machine was from 1912. We're going to go back about 50 years. We're going to go back about 100 years before that. Early 1800s. How did you thresh your grain? Okay, Matt, come on, help me spread this out. We're going to spread this out. Okay, all the heads facing the center. All the heads facing the center. All the middle. Okay, all the heads right there. So turn that around. Okay. Now, this is a flail. You probably heard, if you're older, you've heard the saying, you're going to get a thrashing if you don't behave. Well, that phrase, a thrashing, came from what we're doing now. This is thrashing. So this is a flail. You'd have your grain on a rainy day or a day you couldn't do any field work. You'd have your grain spread out on the barn floor, and you would you're literally beating that grain to get the kernels separated. And then, if you fork this off, that's your straw. You can see, okay, Dan, you can see the grain, but we've got a problem because not only do we have the grain, we have the chaff. And if you think about the Bible verse separating the wheat from the chaff, we're going to show you how to do that. Okay. Just give. This is a winnowing tray. Okay? And We don't have a good wind today, but if it was a windy day and you would be tossing it up in the air. Do it so they can see. Turn around. See how the wind blows away the chaff?
Take the straw off, please. There you go. And you're left with the grain.
Now, when you come into the American Civil War, and so many men that went off to fight, about half the percentage of North and South were from small family farms. Farmers had to figure out another way, an easier way to do the work. You can see how really labor intensive it is doing it all by hand. In about 1850, the groundhog thresher was invented. And with the coming of the Civil War, farmers started adapting to some of this technology, as we called it, of the 1860s. So this is a groundhog threshing machine, and I'm going to need a couple of horses. We have a horse. No, Annie, you're too lightweight. Come here there. Ah, you'd make a good horse. Come on. Come on, Jared. Okay. Where's Larry? Todd? No, Todd. That goes underneath. You gotta stretch it a little bit. I can't get it, honey. I can't get it. Can't reach it. Okay. Now I put this under here so we can catch the grain to show you what we're gonna do with it. So this is about 1860s Huebner, and it's going to be powered by a horse treadmill. Now, that horse treadmill, we've actually used this at Mumford and demonstrated, and they had a horse that we could actually put on it. But we don't have a horse. So I have some volunteer horses who are going to step up and be horses. Inside, there's a spike tooth cylinder. That spike tooth cylinder crunches up the stalks, and this is a shaker table. The straw should walk off the end, and the grain should fall down through these little holes onto this canvas. Okay, Matt. Hand me a bundle. Okay. Yep, we got to put a belt on it. Nope, yep, on here, over that, okay. 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 Now see if Daddy, see if that thing is set right. No, Danny's got to check the inside thing. Okay. The belt is being put on. Got it? I'm going to set these things over to the side. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Step up.
Me?
No, my horses.
You're first.
Okay, Matthew, want to hand me a bundle?
When you come off, make sure you step.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to hand feed this through the machine. I'm going to wait till they get it going good, though.
We're not.
Okay, wait a second. What?
The belt is stretched. Hold this. Come on up.
Wait, maybe they'll go, wait. Oh, that's not working? Okay. This is the brake. Okay. With the hot sun today, the belt has stretched a little bit. Are you going to try putting that on and we'll see if it'll work when it stops? I want you to fix it so it'll work. We can't juggle that down. Just try it. What? What?
Put your hand right in the blade, then it'll pop up.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
What happened? It got shifted over on?
The belt got stretched.
Well, then we got to pull it back a little.
Can we pull it back a little? No, you can't move that. Okay. Okay, can you guys help slide that back just a little bit? When the sun was on the belt, it stretched the belt.
Yeah, right into your back. Just a little bit. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you heard that horse in it? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, straighten up today. You're not getting me on that horse thing. I did that 3 years ago. I ain't doing that again. No, I don't care how many carrots you give me.
Okay. Got it?
You got it locked?
Yes, it's locked.
You got 200 people watching
Yep.
the horses here.
Got it? Okay. Okay. Horses.
See how straight that belt rides.
Okay. Let's just.
Let's go, carrots. Everybody good?
Okay.
Okay.
Step up.
Okay. The spike 2-cylinder is. There she goes.
Oh, that's working a lot better than beating it. It's all being powered by 2 men walking. That's quite the machine. Can't believe the RPMs are spinning. Yeah. 300 people watching live on YouTube. I'll give you my channel link and you can watch it later. Looking good, boys. Looking good.
Okay. Okay, horses. Slow her down. Okay, that's our break. Okay. Lot easier than using a thrail to thresh again. Not everybody would own a threshing machine like this. A custom thresher would come to your farm and bring this unit with them, and you paid him 10% of your grain for thrashing it for him. But you can see, compared to what I did and how we did that, just one bundle in just a couple of minutes. But we still have the problem of the wheat and the chaff. So, about 1776, the Dutch invented what they call a Dutch mill or a fanning mill. Inside there is a paddle, and by turning the crank on that paddle, it creates a blower. So, do we have any kids that want to help me? Come on over. I'll help you help me turn the crank, okay? But I don't want you to stand in front of it, and you'll see why. So come on over here. Here you go.
Here, let me hold that.
There. You got to dump it in there. Okay. Okay, now we're going to put the crank on here. Okay?
Here's one. Does it go on there?
I don't know if that's the one or this one.
Let me hold that.
There. Okay, good. Turn the crank. Turn the crank.
You're good.
Okay, start putting it in. Put some in. You did? Okay. Did it go through? Did it blow out? Whoops. You know what? We're going the wrong way. Let's go this way. Go this way. Okay, go this way. There we go. Is it going through? There it goes. Okay, now let your sister try. Okay, your turn. You see, kids were used on the farm too. Everybody had to help. Okay, now your turn. Let Elizabeth. Okay, Elizabeth. Go ahead. It's not coming out? There it goes. Now it's coming out. Okay, now let me try, okay?
I did it a little too fast.
Okay. The grain would fall into boxes on the bottom and the chaff would be blown out. Okay, where's Frank?
Can we go get Frank?
Where are they?
Somewhere over there.
Okay. Mark, what's next? What? He wants to plow? Okay. Okay. We want to go down to plow, and we'd like you to take your vehicles and follow us down. But we've got a lot of other things to show you. I really think we should show the other things first, but okay, that's why. There's full steam, my mistake. We've got full steam. We've got to go down and plow with the steam engine. But then come back, please, because we've got corn binding. We've got an early corn picker. One of the earliest corn pickers are horse-drawn, 1920s. We have husking and shredding over here. And we have corn getting the kernels off the cobs down here. So if you follow us, you can either go down the lane or you can go around the road. We've got a lane down there. We're going to be down in you see that brown field down there?
Yeah.
So we're going to drive down, follow. Where's the jitney? Oh, it's over there. Okay. So please follow me, and then we're gonna come back here afterwards. I wish I had a wagon that I could take you all down in. But if you don't mind, just following me down. Maybe you can kind of carpool together. But they've got to do it because to plow, you have to have a full head of steam in the steam engine. And right now they've got a full head of steam, so we've got to go with that.
Can I go with you, Karen, or?
Yep, well, what's he doing? Yep, he's, okay. So let me get in my, grab a water, grab a pop, grab a snack before you go. Take it with you. Okay, there's pop and waters. What? I understand.
It's our anniversary today.
Happy anniversary.
And Connie's making us dinner.
What's up?
Have fun.
Thank
Well,
you.
I'm glad you
This
came.
was very
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you.
Guess we're going plowing, boys.
There's more water in there. Oops. What?
What's this?
Oh, I got. Here, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Guys, I'm going to end this live stream. Battery's getting low. I'll check in with you when we get down there to plow. Thanks for watching. Don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.